The University of South Florida published the first study of microplastics in Tampa Bay, and researchers found billions of tiny bits of plastic in our local waterways. But how does this affect us, and how do they detect these plastics in the first place? Brightside's Thuy Lan Nguyen went out on the water yesterday to try and find out. Thuy Lan, good morning.
Good morning. Now, it may seem so simple, just collecting jars of water from Tampa Bay, but it's actually so important because it gives us data on how to protect what makes living here so special. And we've seen so many fish jumping out of the water. There's just nothing like Tampa Bay, and we need to protect it.
So there we go. We got some water from Tampa Bay.
Researchers collected hundreds of these samples over 14 months.
This is the first study of microplastics in Tampa Bay estuary, so it provides a good baseline of the distribution of microplastics. It's important for management.
Samples were pulled from dozens of sites from Old Tampa Bay to Egmont Key. This partnership between USF and the Hillsborough County Environmental Protection Commission revealed plastic. It's everywhere. 4 billion tiny pieces of it floating around in the water.
I was pretty overwhelmed by that number. The effects of plastics last a lot longer than the use of it, of the item.
Researchers say their estimate is conservative because they're not even counting the plastic found buried in the sand or floating on the surface.
Plastics cause physical problems to any organisms that potentially ingest them. It can be blockages in their intestines. It can cause starvation.
These plastics don't just hurt our marine life, they can hurt you too.
Especially if we're eating whole fish, whole small fish, or filter feeding organisms like oysters, mollusks, shrimp, organisms that take in a lot of water, and with that they can potentially take in microplastics as well.
Yeah, and the outlook may seem so bleak when you hear that, but there are actually things you can do right now to help preserve Tampa Bay. The first thing, so easy, use reusable straws, and maybe consider bringing your own takeout container to a restaurant so that you're not using any more plastic.